Hey guys, it's Alex here. I usually do some speedrunning videos on my other channel, which is No Revelations. I decided to do this one because I love doing the brackets, the RLCS brackets. I usually do them with some buddies here, and we usually go to the majors that's in North America that we can go to after we do the predictions to see who gets closest, and the ones that we don't, we usually just do it for fun, like the ones that's in Europe. So this time, however, I decided to make a YouTube channel and do them online and see how it does just to do it for fun. So if you enjoy watching it, you can subscribe and keep watching my videos. I might do some different things. If you don't, I mean, that's fine. Just stop by every time you see it and just watch the videos. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe every time. This will be the only time I'll probably do it my whole time doing YouTube, hopefully. That could be a lie, but as of right now, that will be the only time. Right, today we're going to be doing the Paris Major. I want to try to go through these really quick. I'm going to use my transparency and go ahead and say that NRG is my favorite team. Doesn't mean I'll have NRG win the whole thing. I'm realistic and I understand how good these teams are. I understand that, I mean, Europe usually has the number for, I mean, they're just constantly winning these. NRG's the North America's last hope, funny enough. So, I mean, they may still may come out and win because they usually do well in Europe lands. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to go by whoever I think is going to win. I'm not going to spend crazy amount of time on each prediction. I'm going to go straight through them and try to get done as quick as possible. We'll start right now with the Vitality and Foot. We'll start with Group A. I think Vitality beats Foot. I'm glad to see Justin back on land. I love seeing Chronic and Cheese come with him. I think it's the land of misfit toys. Kind of cracks me up. But they're doing really well. I think they're doing great for themselves. And I'm happy to see them playing well, but they're not going to beat Vitality. I think Vitality, Twisted, and Gentlemates are the three best teams in the world right now. Put them in whatever order you want to. We'll see how they fall in my bracket predictions. But I think those are the best three. I love Wildcard being here with Banana Head and Torsauce, but at the end of the day, they're playing Carmine Corp. They're going to get beat. They're going to get beat 4-1. Oop, these are actually best of fives. So it'll be 3-2-1. And I'm going to do 3-2, let's say 3-0. Carmine Corp beats them. I mean, I love Banana Head and Torsauce, but Vatira and them, they're still playing really well, even Fat Drawley. They're still not as good as they were with Drawley. But at the same time, I mean, I think they'll still get the job done. Vitality will win the same 4-0 against Wildcard. Stinks for Wildcard they got in this bracket. You hate to see it because I love seeing them on land, but I mean, just sometimes it doesn't. The cards don't fall through, and that's just going to happen. It just stinks. It's just the way it goes. Um, so with the next one, I'm going to have Foot have a close game against Carmine, but they're not going to beat them. Carmine's still beatable. Foot's still, I don't think, good enough to beat them. Even if Justin like plays peak, I still don't think they'll end up doing it. I think that these Europe teams are just a lot stronger than people realize. Even though NA's having a great split, and I could be wrong. I hope I am, but right now I just don't see it. The last one, I'm actually going to have Carmine beat Vitality. I know Vitality broke the curse, but at the same time, I can see Carmine beating them because Carmine, for some reason, has Den's number and has Vitality's number, and they usually do really well against them. Doesn't mean that like I said, I have Vitality as one of the top teams. Doesn't mean anything against that. It's just sometimes the way that brackets fall and the way that the tournaments go, just sometimes they pair up like that, and you have losses like that. This will eliminate wild card, but I think wild card actually plays a close game to try to survive and get in. But ultimately, they get eliminated out of Group A, and they're the team that goes home. For the second group, which Group B, NRG doesn't start slow against Five Fears. Five Fears has a huge disadvantage. They don't get as much. It's nothing against the region, but I mean it's hard to train in that region and end up being good in these land competitions because the skill difference is just drastic. I mean it's just really hard for them to get good scrims and stuff. When they go on these boot camps before these majors, they get great scrims to play against these people. I think it pushes them and elevates them. But at the same time, they're not ready to beat teams like NRG. And honestly, they're not. They're probably not ready to beat other teams like Man City and them. So we'll see when I go down there for the bracket. But I still think NRG's playing extremely well. They won the last split, so they're obviously getting it back together. So I mean, it just thinks for Five Fears. I think Five Fears is slowly getting better though, and I'm excited to see them continue to elevate and do well. Made in Brazil, I think ends up upsetting Man City. Man City struggled. I mean, They got the better end of the deal though. Seiko going there was great. Yeah, I think it saved them. GK got the other side, and I mean they just struggled and they plummeted. I'm glad to see Man City in here, but at the same time, I think maybe Brazil beats them. I'd love to see it happen. I trust Ray's Bull and them to get it done. I think they're playing a little bit better. They struggled a little bit this split, but we'll see how it goes. I think NRG wins this 3-1. I think this puts a lot of pressure on Man City to know. Obviously, they have to beat Five Fears. It's a good thing they have Five Fears in that last round. I think they'll be like, okay, we have to win this and get out of here. But we'll get down there in a second. Made in Brazil beats Five Fears 3-1. Stinks for Five Fears, like I said before. Nothing different. NRG beats Made in Brazil 3-2, a close game. And then Man City beats Five Fears, knowing they have to win 3-0. Not too much excitement, but that would be the bracket, and it would eliminate Five Fears. I'd love to see Five Fears still a few more games, take it to another level. Right now, I just don't see it happening, and that's nothing against that team. It's just, I mean, it's so hard for them to get the worthy amount of scrims and stuff that they need to be able to beat some of these better teams in these better regions. But I love seeing them do better, and I want to see them sooner or later make a main event on the main stage. So moving on to Group C, this is a wild one, but I mean, I think if you look at it, you probably know which one's going home. Twisted versus TSM. Twisted's playing amazing. Monkey Moon, TRK, and them. TRK's making Falcons look goofy. They got rid of them. They're struggling. They're not even here. And TRK, Twisted, I mean, TRK, Monkey Moon, and Nobu cooking. They're playing great. I mean, they're really elevating themselves. Monkey Moon's back to being Monkey Moon, and I mean it's gonna make them really hard to beat. People's gonna struggle to beat them. They play super well, and they're playing very fast and high tempo, and I love it. Like it's not very slow. It feels like they're actually pushing the pace and bullying these teams around. This one I debated for a while, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna have Ninjas beat Shopify. Shopify struggles on land, but they usually make the main event. I'm gonna have them struggle early against Ninjas, and maybe that elevates them in the main event when we get to it. We'll see where they fall, because I mean I'm just gonna be as unbiased as possible. They end up getting a rough draw, they're gonna get beat, but I see them struggling early, which that also leaves them to lose to Twisted. I think they lose 3-1 to them. Twisted will end up beating them pretty easily. I feel like Twisted's playing well. TSM will steal a game here, which is great for them. I mean, it's just like I said, these lower regions is really tough. It's nothing against TSM. It's just how it goes usually. Twisted versus Ninja. I think it'll be a good game. I think Twisted beats them. Twisted goes for there cleanly, and then Rebellion beats TSM to send them home 3-1. That would be your bracket there with Group C. How it fell through. I love it. Looks great, and I'm happy to see it play out this way. Um, Group D, I think this one's the roughest one. I think that's the group of death. People's going to say it. It depends on how they view R8. R8's no slouch. R8 is the reason Falcons is sitting at home right now. You can say it's twisted, but it is R8. R8 ended up causing the mess, put the region flipped on its head. So I mean they've done great, and they've upset them, and ended up sending them home pretty much after Twisted put the final nail in the coffin. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have Genomates beat Furia 3-1. I think they're one of the top three teams in the world. Like I said, Genomates, Twisted, and Vitality. I'm gonna have R8 beat Space Station. People's probably not gonna like that choice. There's no crowd here yet. R8's gonna feel like they're just playing a normal game. Space Station's probably not gonna be ready for it. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on Zach coming back, and I'm just gonna have them losing that game. The next one, I'm actually going to surprise people and have Gentlemates lose to R8. I think they're still on a roll. I think they end up beating them. I told you I still think that Vitality, Gentlemates, and Twisted are still three best teams in the world, but the three best teams don't always win the games. Like I had Vitality and Carmine over there. Three best teams don't always win the games, and especially these early ones. So they end up getting beat there. And then Space Station knocks out Furia, puts them in a really bad spot because I'm going to have Genomates beat Space Station and I'm going to have R8 beat Furia. I hate seeing Swift and them go home. I like watching Swift play. I like watching that team. I think it's a really good team. End of the day, they're in a rough bracket. I still think Space Station's better with Zach. Losing Chronic, I think they're doing a lot better, which I'm glad Chronic found his way too. And I think Gentleman's still the best team. But, I mean, I still don't think they're beating Gentleman's. For R8, Fury has to go home. Um, End of the day, I mean, Fury is really good, but R8's going to beat them. And R8 will make the main event, which I'm super excited to see. When we get up here, I didn't know how this was going to fall out, and I love the way it looks right now. I'm going to start with the quarterfinals uppers, and then I will go down and do the lowers and work my way through the entire bracket. R8 versus Carmine. I think Carmine beats them 4-3. Make sure I didn't do fours over here. I might have. No, okay. They'll beat them 4-3. I think R8's doing good. I think they're on a LAN environment. Like it's going to be great for them. I'm glad they're here. Playing in this crowd, especially in EU and Paris, good luck. I mean, they're going to be wild. Blue Wall, Genomate's crowd's going to be crazy. Vitality's fans are going to be crazy. I mean, it's going to be a rough time, and I just don't think R8's ready for that level yet. But they're going to do really well when it's not in front of the crowd, which they did to get to the uppers. NRG versus Twisted. I think that Twisted beats them honestly a lot easier than people think. I think Monkey Moon and them turn it on, and I think they beat them 4-1. I'm an NA fan. I love NRG. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you, and that's who I think will win. Nothing against Daniel and them, but I just think Monkey Moon TRK and Nobu's doing great. Made in Brazil versus Space Station. I think that Space Station wins that in a close one. I think Space Station's on land. They'll play well. I think Made in Brazil will play well. I don't see Razorbull and them beating Space Station. Next, Foot and Ninjas. This is a tough one for me. I'm I have to lean. It's Justin. That's tough. I'd love to see Justin keep going, but my heart's telling me to pick Ninjas, and so I'm going to pick Ninjas 4-2. Glad Justin made it back. It's a great accomplishment for Justin to make it back. But at the end of the day, I just don't think they're beating Ninjas. These EU teams are good, and I just don't see them winning. And that's just, I mean, I just have to be honest with myself, and that's what I see happening. Vitality beat Rebellion and sent them home early. Stinks, first killer, I don't trust at all on main stage, anyways. Playing Vitality, I definitely don't trust first killer, so I'm going to send them home early. Next, Genomates and Man City. Genomates beats them 4-2. Oh, 4-2, and send them home. This is how we're looking so far. Space Stations and Ninjas. Space Stations gets it done. Or Space Station, I don't know why I'm saying Stations. Gets it done versus Ninjas in a really close game. Go on to play R8. I think these two teams play very similar to each other. We'll get back to that in a minute. Vitality and Genomates. Stinks one of them has to go home early. It's just the way the bracket fell. If I had to pick between them both right now, I think Genomates is going to keep making their way to try to get another major win. Zen plays well on land. I love Steezy, but my heart's telling me to pick Genomates. That's what I'm going to go with. Love Archie as well, and I like to see either team do really well. End of the day, I think Genomates beats them. Pressure's on. Both teams' crowds going to be popping. That's how I'm going to pick. Try to speed this up a little bit. R8 and Space Station, they both play very similar to each other. End of the day, I'm going to pick Space Station to win, and this would be really far for them to get, and I'm super excited for them against R8 and send R8 home. R8 had a great split, and I say they'll be happy with this result. Just kind of stinks that they didn't make it any farther, but at the end of the day, they're new to this environment, and it'll be really rough. So, moving on down, NRG and Genomates. What a banger of a game. I think it goes 4-3. I think NRG loses. I'm an NRG fan. I know my North American friends will be mad, but at the end of the day, Genomates is probably better than NRG. NRG did beat them in the last major, or did they? I can't remember who won. No, I think Genomates won. So I mean, I think I'm just pretty much repeating old history here. So either way, and I think Genomates will beat them. I think Genomates is playing great. I think the pressure's off their back of winning one. They're not expected to win another one. I don't think anybody expected them going in to win another one. But now we're realizing they're the real deal. We could see them winning another one. The last two, Twisted versus Space Station. Twisted beat Space Station pretty bad. Monkey Moon's finally back in the grand finals. It's like he never left. No, I'm kidding. He's been out for a little bit, but he's finally made his way back. He's the GOAT of the Open era, in my opinion. I mean, it's disputed on who the GOAT actually is, but he is the GOAT of the Open era. Atomic would be number two on NRG. But, I mean, super excited for him. I'm glad he's back. TRK's playing good. TRK's probably super excited he made it back as well. After all that happened, he probably didn't even know if he would ever make it back. Found a good team. They put it together with Nobu, and they're in the grand finals. So super excited for them. At the bottom, Carmine Corp and Gentlemates. I'm going to go Carmine Corp. Hard for a team to get back to the grand finals twice in a row unless you're NRG, aka G2 for some reason. So that's what I'm going to go with. And then at the end of the day, if I had to pick the grand final winner against Twisted versus Carmine Corp, Juicy is not Drawley. That should be your answer. But I think Vatira plays super well. I think Atal plays super well. But at the end of the day, I think Twisted's the best team in the world. By winning this, they'll be the best team in the world. And so I will have them losing, or not losing, winning against Carmine Corp 4-2. And Twisted will be your second MENA champion ever in RLCS, with obviously their EU import, but still it'll be the second MENA team to win. Falcons is probably super bitter about this, so expect Falcons to come back roaring in the World Championship. Huge for Monkey Moon's legacy. Good Vatira made it back with a towel to the grand finals after losing Drawley. Honestly, funny enough, this is a big slap in Drawley's face because both of these teams has made it into the grand finals. One's his counterpart in MENA, and then the other one is the team that he left. That's just the way the bracket fell out. Stinks that NRG didn't make it farther, but like I said, I'm super honest with it. I'd love to see them make it farther. Love that Space Station made it where they are. Obviously, you may disagree, you may agree, you may have some stuff flipped. You can feel free to comment. I'll try to respond to all the comments. Please no hate, just my predictions. I hope, I'm fine having discussions in the comments just for fun. But other than that, that's who I have. This is my first video ever. It's Alex. Feel free to go look at my other channel, my speedruns, no revelations. I don't really commentate on them, I just do the speedrun itself. And other than that, I appreciate you all watching. I hope you have a blessed day. And let's have fun watching the Paris Major when it starts. See how it actually plays out. It's going to be amazing seeing the crowd and seeing how it all plays out. Have a blessed day.